So I want to talk to you about one of our latest and most exciting products out there in the NVRENUF brand. So it is Max Strength Rhodiola Complex. Now, rhodiola, for people who know me, is one of my favourite herbs. It's what they call an adaptogenic herb. So it will adapt to what your body requires and needs. So it's very, very, very versatile. And people go, what, herbs can do that? Absolutely. The other great herb that does that is something called ashwagandha, another phenomenal herb. Ironically, this complex has the two together. Very clever, Mark. I know, thank you. Those two together synergistically are superb. I take this product personally and have done every year for the past probably 20 years. It's quite an interesting product. So the way it's going to work, let me educate you, stroke, probably bore you on rhodiola and why ours is absolutely stonkingly good. So why would an athlete take an adaptogenic herb such as rhodiola or ashwagandha? Well, athletes, when they exercise, they go through a physical stress. And stress releases something called cortisol in the body. Now, cortisol's bad. Cortisol is a catabolic agent. Cortisol will stop progress. It will stop you recovering efficiently. It will completely lower mood. It could affect your sleep. It reduces serotonin sometimes. So, you know, serotonin is your happy chemical. That can lead to things like mild anxiety and even depression. So why rhodiola? Well, rhodiola is the daddy for me of adaptogenic herbs. Rhodiola will increase serotonin generally by about 30%. That's your happy chemicals in your brain. Serotonin is linked to sleep, so you're sleeping better. You're actually getting a deeper sleep. Your REM's kicking in and you're releasing more insulin growth factor 1 and growth hormone. You're repairing much more efficiently, but you wake up a lot more energized. So what makes you sleep gives you more energy. But the other kicker with this is rhodiola also actually activates and increases ATP in the body. ATP is what creatine does. So if you're taking creatine as well, wow, them little two together bounce off each other. So you've got more energy, you're anti-fatigued, you're sleeping better, your mood's better, and you're producing less cortisol. Does it get any better than that? Yes. It's also given out as in folklore for love potions for men and women, and it works. It doesn't choose between sexes. This stuff, it will help enhance both men and women's libido, sex drive. With men, it helps with things like erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. It also has a cognitive function. So it decreases. There's a horrible little thing called COMT. I'm not even going to say the word. It's about 5 miles long. Something methyltransferase. COMT is bad. So we're producing it. It's hindering our serotonin release. It's hindering our happy chemicals. It's hindering our releasing of good hormones for repair, recovery, and general well-being. Well, rhodiola suppresses COMT by about 60%. So it's suppressing this bad stuff, suppressing cortisol, and it's elevating ATP and it's elevating serotonin. This is an incredible herb. I've worked with this herb over 20 years. I was fortunate enough when it first came out I chaperoned around London a Russian professor, and all his studies were done on Rhodiola Rosea, which is the one we do. And it's interesting, you get different types of rhodiola out there, which you always will. We have 3% rosavins, which is the active ingredient, and it's at 550 milligrams. You're looking at one of the strongest rhodiolas on the planet with one of the most active ingredient in there to boot, 3%. Most of them are about 1%. So you are getting a kick-ass product in that rhodiola. Think of all them positive benefits. You don't even have to do sport to take rhodiola. I mean, I use it a lot with winter month blues, anxiety and depression. It is amazing. Amazing product. It's a 1-a-day product, so you only need to take 1 capsule a day because we've done it super strength. So our max strength rhodiola is literally a 2-month supply of this incredible Russian herbal supplement. It will change you. Even 2 weeks in, you know, and because we've got the ashwagandha in there, and you guys know all about ashwagandha, we do it as a standalone product as well, and we get some amazing results. So this is a little alternative there. It's an alternative to the ashwagandha product we do. Amazing product, definitely worth a try. I swear by it. I take it every year. Like I said, this Russian professor, one of the trials they did, and it was great. He showed these slides, and what they did in the labs, which is pretty horrible, is they force-fed 4 rats. And he put the slides up of the rats. And he force-fed rats for 3 months. So you got all these fairly healthy-looking rats, not that I'm a rat expert. And the first rat they gave a placebo to. And 3 months later, the slide came up, and this thing looked like someone had blown it up with a bicycle pump. You know, its little rat feet could hardly touch the floor. It was just a really obese rat. Lots of health issues, raised cortisol, blah, blah, blah. The next rat they'd give a leading fat burner to that was available over the shelf. One of the sports products, I can't remember which one it was. It was something like Hydroxycut, something like that. And this rat was probably half the size of the placebo rat, which was understandable. So that had actually worked quite well, that fat burner. Then they give the third rat ephedrine. Now ephedrine is like the daddy of fat burning. It's what all the bodybuilders in the 80s and 90s used to take to get lean and ripped. I've taken it myself back in the day, and it was incredible. You just shred up on it. It's illegal now because I think a lot of people were abusing it, you know, so as like most things. But the ephedrine rat was half the size of the fat burning rat. So this ephedrine rat, again, was still overweight, but ephedrine, I was like, ephedrine works brilliant, and I knew it did anyway. Then it came to the rhodiola rat. Now, rhodiola is not a fat burner per se, but it does suppress cortisol, helps manage stress, serotonin production, blah, blah, blah. And when the slide came up with this rhodiola rat, it looked like it had done 3 months in a rat gym. It looked muscular, it looked healthy, it had put on some really good muscle weight. And later on, I was told to the Russian professor, why exactly did that work? He says, the rat wasn't stressed because rhodiola chilled out the rat. The cortisol wasn't produced, so the rat doing its treadmill and probably doing its little rat bench presses and stuff like that. Wow. So I was sold on rhodiola back then, 20 odd years ago. I'm now in the position where, fortunate position, at last, I've been able to bring that product to my brand, the NVRENUF brand. And I am stoked about it. That is an amazing product. And people who try that will know about it. Not many people are aware of Rhodiola Rosea, and they should be, because it is a game changer, not just from the sporting side, but from actually a quality of life side. Everyone's got busy lives at the minute. Everyone's got stresses of different sorts, different shapes and sizes. Rhodiola should play a big part in everyone's supplement regime, as far as I'm concerned. So there's a little bit on rhodiola, guys. I'm trying to keep these under 10 minutes. It's quite hard for me. So I hope you're all well. Thanks for all your support. Do check out our YouTube channel. Brilliant, NVRENUF Nutrition. And we've also got one called The Little Supplement Company, which talks about everything supplement-wise, not just the NVRENUF Nutrition products. Have a great day. Speak soon. Bye.